Hello, Twin Flame Carol. Hi, so glad to catch you live again. Thank you, and so glad that you can join this session. So, my topic today is learning how to be. Before we start, so we can just again sit quietly, doing nothing for 1 or 2 minutes, please. Learn how to be. Just relax your body. Have a gentle smile on your face. Relax your shoulder. Don't carry on too much things on your shoulders, please. Relax. Smile. We can take a couple of breathing inhale to your stomach area. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Inhale again. The rising of your abdominal area. Pause. Exhale. The falling of your abdomen. Inhale again. Fresh, new air. Exhale. Letting go your stress, concern. Inhale, downloading the love from Mother Universe. Exhale, let go worries, concerns. Follow your own rhythm, please. You may notice your breathing becomes deeper, slower, and clearer. You notice your breathing. If you notice you're thinking other things, you're distracted, you just bring your attention to the breathing again. Why breathing can calm down our monkey mind? Because breathing is associated with the vagus nerve. So conscious breathing can activate the vagus nerve, which is a major branch of parasympathetic nervous system, which again in charge of rest, digesting, and healing. We are healing ourselves. We are resting ourselves by conscious breathing. So simple. You are consciously telling your body, telling your mind, you are okay. You try to relax. And you can be relaxed. It's in your control now. Not by social media, not by the terrible news on the TV. You are in control of your own being, of your own well-being. This ancient technique, breathing technique, can help us relax the body, calm down the mind, enjoy this moment. Do you know how many atoms in one breath? In terms of carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, how many atoms in one breath? Hmm. 10 to the power of 22. That's a lot. 1 followed by 22 zeros. What? And do you know where this hydrogen, oxygen, carbon comes from? You may say from trees, ocean, grasslands. Well, basically, if you study some physics or chemistry, they are from the birth and the death of planets, stars, galaxies. Make sense? By breathing only, we are exchanging energy, information, and love. Fundamentally, love. Trees love our carbon dioxide, and we love trees' oxygen. Exchange of love. Do you notice that? Do we understand that? In the simple breath of breathing, we are exchanging love with nature. Do you like fall in love? Do you like to be loved? This is the love from day one, from the first second we are born, maybe before we're delivered. Before you come into a being. Oh, that's my topic today, Learn how to be. This is learn how to be. One part of it, actually, at least. And Twin Flame Tower said, I've been watching your videos every morning and before sleep. Thank you, thank you. I always smile watching you. You're like laughing Buddha. I wish I have a big belly too. Thank you, thank you. I do a lot of sit-ups, push-ups to make my body fit. Nice. um, so talking about breathing, actually, once you can really enjoy your breathing, deep abdominal breathing, inhale, pause, exhale. Sometimes I feel it's not through my nostrils or nose I'm breathing now. It's through my skin. The whole body is breathing. I know it sounds crazy. Actually, in Taoist practice, when you're deep meditation, they feel there's descriptions that the whole body, the skin cells, are breathing too. Again, if you visualize you're in an ocean of infinite love, energy, purity, and information too. We are immersed within this infinity of love, energy, information. I would say this realization is the outcome of learn how to be. After you learn how to be, this is one of the outcome. You realize you are swimming in ocean of love, energy, and information. Yesterday, I had a metaphor, a fish swimming in the ocean. Imagine you're a fish in the ocean right now. It's your leisure time. You don't hunt. You don't search for food. You don't search for sex. You just swimming around, enjoy, you know. And you feel the flow of the water. Imagine it's a Mexico beach. Okay, imagine the humans are. The temperature of the water is so good. Nice. Above the water there's sunlight, and below there's seagrasses on the ground, mean under the water. You feel nice that day. No intention to seek for food because you're fed. And it's safe. It's very safe environment. There's no predators that day. And you don't look for sex either. You're just fooling around. Swimming in the vastness of ocean. Enjoy that moment, the flow. You are feeling good. You feel grateful. You feel relaxed. You're not in a hurry to do something. No emails, no phone calls. You can learn how to be just for a couple minutes, couple hours. You can sit quietly doing nothing or move silently, slowly, doing nothing or even doing something, but you do it slowly, consciously, mindfully. It's a time of living now. It's a time of being alive, being conscious, being joyful, instead of a time of making a living, be stressed out, be agitated. No, not for that. You notice you can be. You know, from our childhood, we learn a lot of things. We learn ABC. We learn 1 plus 1 is 2. 5 times 5 is 25. We learn how to play soccer, play basketball. We learn how to play piano, guitar. We learn how the solar system is formed, how big is the universe, how many galaxies in the universe. We learn how to use a computer, how to send email, do a PPT. We learn how to drive a car, cook a meal. We learn how to do gardening, how to fix a bike, a car maybe. We learn this, we learn that. We learn 100 things, even 1,000 things, but very little. We learn how to be. We don't know how to be. We are a human being, but we don't know how to be. That does not make sense. The hundreds, thousand things we learned is the part of human part. You can learn, you learn how to play piano, play soccer, fix a bike, do a business, you know, all these are belongs to human part. How to become dad, mom, daughter, son, human part. How about being part? We are human being. That's my topic today. Learn how to be. Don't forget your another part. Otherwise, we are doomed to be out of balance. It's like you have only one foot to walk. You hop, you jump. You're out of balance. You're totally out of balance. Almost all the educational system is learn an object. Although we have psychology, learn the subject. It's not still the subject. Psychology, the study of the human psyche, like feelings, emotions, still is not complete. It's helpful, but the subject, the real subject or the being is the awareness itself. Have you ever studied your awareness? Are you conscious that you're conscious? Except consciousness, every other thing is the content of the consciousness. That's my key words today. The piano, the bike, the feelings, emotions are the contents of awareness. It's not the awareness itself. It's like I use the metaphor of trees and forests. You can study hundreds of trees, but it's not the forest. Before you had that total picture of a forest, all your study is very limited. Because being is all inclusive. Awareness is all inclusive. Remember Rupert Spira's definition about consciousness. Rupert Spira's definition about consciousness. I just want to repeat it here again. Consciousness is that in which all your experiences arise. And fall. Consciousness is that of which all your experiences are made. So beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful. It matches the six patriarch Master Huinan of Zen Master Huinan. And his third definition about consciousness is that consciousness is that by which all your experiences are known. There's only consciousness. There's only you. His definition is so deep. Only when you reach, it's so deep, there's no bottom. Okay, my daughter likes to try some skydive, skydiving. Crazy. Imagine you're on a plane, you're skydiving, hopefully with a parachute. If you're skydiving without a parachute, that's terrible, right? But the fear comes from there's a bottom, there's a ground you're gonna hit. Imagine there's no ground, there's no bottom. You can fall. You can fall infinitely. There's nothing to hit. Then there's no fear. Make sense? Why I'm using this metaphor, skydiving? Because it's so crazy. Rupert Spira's definition of consciousness is so deep, there's no bottom. You know, when we say something deep, there's a limit, right? Ocean is deep. Ocean is 10 kilometers deep, but there's a ground there. Imagine something so deep, there's no bottom. There's no ground to hit. You have no fear at all when you dive into that. Everything becomes maybe initially unknown for you. You don't feel comfortable. You feel uncertain, but you want to have a try. And now I tell you, there's no button, dive, jump. Okay, you believe me, you jump without parachute, okay? Whoosh. Oh, and you notice, wow, it's a free fall. Wow, you're totally in the flow. And you see no bottom. It's a bottomless dive. It's so funny. So funny. We are in that journey of jumping right now. I'm helping you to dive into infinity. And that's a product or outcome when you learn how to be. No one teach you this in the schools, in the universities. No one. In some traditions like Buddhism or Hinduism or yoga, there's some teaching like this too. But my teaching or sharing is really special now. I notice, oh wow, after 5 years of online, couple of years or 7 years in clinic, my style is very special now. Anyway, I'm just helping myself and you guys. We are in a flow right now. Do you notice? Are you conscious that you're conscious? Are you conscious that you're in the flow? Are you conscious you're in the love, in the infinite love? Are you conscious that you're blessed by God? Are you conscious that you are loved by God? Can you recognize the light of God is everywhere, everywhere? It was here now. It is here now. It will always be here now. The only thing is, the only problem is, are you conscious of it? Do you want to have a try? And after the first try, do you want to have a second try? Do you want to invest time, energy into this infinite discovery, this self inquiry? We are so blessed. The blessings are infinite. For most of us, we still don't know how lucky we are, how fortunate we are. We are so blinded. We cannot see the truth, all because we don't know how to be. You may be so good at something. I, I bet you must be good at something. But now I'm asking you, can you can you learn how to be? Can you be good at being? I guarantee you, if you learn how to be, calm down the monkey mind, relax your body, relax your physical body, ease your mental body, open your spiritual body, I guarantee you the outcome, the benefits of learn to be is huge beyond your imagination. You will find that Jesus tried to help us to realize that too. Buddha tried so many times to help us to realize too. Twin Flame Tarot said, I want to try, but I've got my ego consciousness holding on as after this step. Either we'll have to give up, surrender, and will not have any control. Yes, very good. So once I said I used a metaphor of mirror and its reflections. A mirror, sorry, I don't have mirror right now. A mirror can reflect things, right? That's why a mirror is a major function of mirror. No reflections can damage, hurt mirror. Okay, that's a universal principle number one. No ego can damage consciousness. That's very important in your path awakening. No matter how heavy the ego looks like, okay, it sometimes is so powerful. I know. It's so heavy. It's so sticky, you know. You cannot, man, you want to get rid of it, but it's so sticky, so strong. But please, my keywords here again, no ego can really damage you, the pure consciousness. It is seemingly damaging you because you pay too much attention on it. Your attention to the old patterns of thinking, behavior, words, or the food of ego. You are feeding them, feeding the ego by your attention. So where is your attention? Are your attention always on the bad things? You are feeding the ego. Or your attention on your true being, the pure awareness? You are killing the ego. So don't fight against your ego or old patterns of thinking, emotion, trauma, stories. Don't do that, because every time you memorize a trauma, you memorize a nasty person, you are make the ego stronger. Make sense to you? So how to really dissolve the ego, let's say, is to have your attention back to this inner calm, inner peace, inner stillness, and inner silence. By shift your attention, to your true being, the ego will die. And the master or the true self will emerge first, and it will grow. It's like you're cultivating a seed of awakening. A seed will sprout, become a small little tender, plant, and you feed with your love, care. Then it will grow and grow and grow. Make sense? In Buddha's teaching, we have this eighth consciousness. It's like it's a warehouse of everything you experience, not only this life, in your childhood, in your adolescent, in your teenagers, up to now. Okay, all your stuff, not only this life, but also your previous life. Let's say it is possible if we have previous life. Everything stored in that warehouse we call eighth consciousness. Everything is there. Which one you want to cultivate? Which one you want to nourish? The bad or the good? You see, now we are still using the dual words, bad, good, positive, negative, Which one you want to cultivate first? Of course, the good stuff, the good feelings, good emotions, good food, organic food, positive stuff. We want to cultivate that good, positive stuff, grow first. And After that seed of positivity, goodness, or kindness, or compassion, or love, grow and grow. Wow, it will become like a redwood tree, 100 foot tall, maybe more than 150, like 30 meters tall. Wow, with huge branches covering, give shade to some, visitors. You can be that giant redwood tree, but starting from a seed place. So ego conscious holding on, it is there. So back to your first, I've got my ego consciousness holding on. As after this step, it will have to give up. So you notice there's old patterns, something disturb your inner calm peace, right? That's the moment of deal with your old patterns. Once you can see it, you can treat it. If you don't see it, you cannot treat it. You are the old patterns. You are the ego. But once you see the ego, there's a space between the ego and you, the pure awareness. That's the time of healing. That's the time of calming down. No one can help you at this time. No doctors, no pills, no medication can heal or can treat that egoic pattern. Only you can. So medication does not help, but meditation helps here, because meditation is to help you to be conscious of that old patterns. Make sense? It's quite logic, actually. Only when can you see the patterns, the ego, you can deal with it. You can, dissolve it. Again, dissolve the, how to say, the disappear of the ego is not by fighting against it. Okay, the disappearance of the ego uh, is by shift your attention to who you are, to your inner peace and calm. You're conscious that you're conscious, and you're conscious that the consciousness itself is peaceful and calm, is still and silent. You're not fighting against the ego or old patterns. You shift your attention to who you are, the true self. You are presence. You're present. And by doing so, the ego will become less and less. Why? Because ego has no true self. No true self is one of the Buddha's teaching. Because ego itself is empty. Ego has no true existence. It exists because you pay attention to it. Now your attention is back to your true being. That's part of learning how to be too. You are conscious. You're conscious that you're conscious. So your attention is not outgoing anymore. Your attention is going back. You draw the second half of the circle of the consciousness. It's a look within. It's looking within process. Going back, going home. For most of the person, their attention is always outgoing. The bad news. I have to write an email. I have to make a phone call. I have to see a doctor. I have an appointment. I have to learn this. I have to make a living. All their attention is outgoing. They never draw the second half of the circle of the consciousness. You have to learn how to draw, how to look within, how to be conscious that you're conscious. It's so simple and logical. Trust me. Only by doing so, you recognize your true being. You learn how to be by looking back, looking within. You are conscious that you are conscious. It's inward process. So by doing so, you are dissolving the ego. You're dissolving the old patterns. You are letting go. You are disidentifying. You are the body and mind. You are identifying. You are the being, essentially. You are the pure awareness. Again, that's the first step of awakening. The second step of awakening is the union between the awareness and the contents of awareness, between the being and the body and mind. Or let's rephrase this, between the spirit and body mind, between the being and the human. You are in a total balance of human being. You are in a total balance of body, mind, and the spirit. That's the goal of everyone here. That's the goal, the final destination of every human being. I can make a statement right here. The final destination or goal for everyone, every human, is you recognize you're already in a total balance of human being, body, mind, and spirit, world and heaven. We are so blessed. We just don't know how lucky we are. Your twin flames, I will dedicate myself to this journey. Thank you, thank you. You're doing the greatest job in the world. Trust me. The greatest service you can render to the whole humanity is to awaken. Sounds weird. I mean, when I am just watching my thoughts and emotions just passing by like clouds, my human mind, which I call ego consciousness, thinks that it is the one who watches. No, the awareness is watching the thoughts and emotions. The awareness is talking now. I am using my body, my mind to talk with you, and you are using your body, mind to listen, to communicate with you, to to text me. I just want to learn to complete that loop of attention. Very good. So be aware that you're aware. Let's make the second half of the consciousness. So a loop, so outgoing attention is the half circle. So we have learned so many years. We learn this, we learn that. Our attention is always outgoing. That's the first half of circle. But awakening is to draw, to learn to draw, and draw it often. Draw it repetitively. The second half of the circle. Look within, look within, look within. Be conscious that you're conscious. Be conscious that you're conscious. Be conscious that you're conscious. Every time you are conscious that you're conscious is the moment you're joining the second half of circle of consciousness, which make you the consciousness complete. And zero is two zeros is the infinity. That's when infinity and zero meets. That's the fullness of emptiness are meeting each other. It's very, I know it's very, sometimes we say fullness of life. Sometimes we say emptiness of life. Actually, it's the one thing. The oneness, the ultimate truth, let's say, we have to name it. So let's say oneness. Oneness has two sides, fullness and emptiness. Emptiness is form. Form is emptiness. You know, I don't know. The moment you see your thoughts, emotions, you are entering a meditative state. That's a meditation. That's a practical, very much practical way of meditation. I just want to learn, complete that loop of attention. Yes. Draw the second half of circle, please. Again and again, again and again. 100 times, 1,000 times, millions times, billions times, until it becomes your effortless being. You are the awareness already. We are it already, but we lost it. We simply lost it because our attention is always outlooking. Remember, the origin of suffering is the first split between consciousness and the contents of consciousness. That's the origin of suffering. There's a split between oneness, among oneness. Oneness becomes two. One becomes two. That's the origin of the suffering. Also, the origin of joy or happiness is to unite this first split. The consciousness and the contents of consciousness becomes one. It is always one. But the mind does not see that way. The mind say, oh, here Here am I, and there is an object. The other people, the other tree, car, building, star, galaxy, family members. This the origin of suffering is the split between I and the other. Make sense? Quite logic. Again, the origin of happiness is that there's only I. The union between I and the other. That's the origin of happiness. You back to who you are. That's a true process of self-inquiry. All is you. It's only you. So this you has no meaning and lose its meaning. When I say you, there's something or somebody not you. Now, words reach its limitation, arrive at its boundary. Words cannot touch the infinite. Words cannot touch that something is undescribable. Words has a boundary. Make sense? Every word has its boundary. Some words like infinity has no boundary. That's a good one. Like space has no boundary. That's a good one. Very close. But still, you have to realize you are the infinity. You are the space where every objects, every cars, buildings, people arise within you. You have to realize it. Then space, you become the space. You become that infinity. Even become is not proper because you are infinite already. Again, words reach its limitation. 心行处灭，言语道断. So in Chinese we say 言语道断，心行处灭. We are speaking the unspeakable. We are using time to speak the timeless. We are using form, name, to talk about something which is formless and nameless. The Tao that can be named is not eternal Tao. Make sense? From Tao Te Ching. The name that can be named is not the eternal name. Lao Tzu really means it. It is undescribable, but let's have a try. Sometimes it's like a living sentient being, like an ant, living in a plane, in two-dimensional plane. He never goes up because the ant always crawl in a plane, two-dimensional. But this ant is using something like, hey, there's a three-dimensional space there. Okay? I know there's a three-dimensional space, but I'm still crawling on this two-dimensional plane. Now, we're using this four-dimensional space-time to talk about that something is dimensionless. We're using form to talk about something is formless. We're using the name to talk about something is nameless. Why not? It's a good try. But the best teaching is zip the mouth, cut the crap, shut up and sit and silent. Back to Ramana Maharshi, Sri Ramana Maharshi. Hello. Make sure you are there. Hmm. I'm good at not thinking and just watching world, thoughts, emotions, sitting quietly, whatever I'm doing. But I am confused with self-focus, with completing the loop of focus. So just be conscious that you're conscious. Are you conscious that you're conscious now? If you're conscious that you're conscious, then rest in that recognition. You're content with that recognition. You're content without doing nothing. So this contentment without doing nothing is just a first level. There's a deeper level. You're doing something, but you're not doing something. You're physically doing something, but you're not spiritually doing something. That's a real contentment. Too much for you? So you're not sit in the physical body, you're sitting in the pure awareness. You watch your body and mind moves in your awareness, which is still and silent already. So you watch everything, everyone, every energy, moves within you, but you notice as a true self, as a true being, you are already still and silent. So in that, everything moves within you, but nothing moves at the same time. Do you notice that? Is that too much for you? That's the realization I want to share with you. You are so beautiful. We are so beautiful. My God. If the only one who can watch through is me, your true self, then I've got it. It just looks too simple. It just looks too simple. It is so simple. I was trying to dig deeper. Because it's so simple, it's very deep too. Now I need to feel unity and overcome duality. Very good. The main thing I learned, graduated as a linguist. Okay, you're a linguist. Great. Is how limited the language is. Oh, yes. Now you better understand, have a better understanding than me. Shut up and sit. Love it. Yes. Again, shut up and sit has two levels. You really sit quietly doing nothing. That's one level. Second level is you're doing something physically, emotionally, but you're not doing anything spiritually. My God, too much. Yeah, doing something with contentment. I'm doing effortlessly. Got this step as well. Wow, you're a very good candidate of not for the chairman or presidency or CEO. You're a very good candidate of awakening. Any more questions or sharings? I talk a lot today. Today again. Hopefully it's helping for your journey. Thank you, Twin Flame, because your sharing is very important for others too. And I can address two questions or sharings, and people in the future or now can watch it and learn from your sharing. Thank you. Maybe that's all for today. Yeah, see you next time. Thanks, guys. It's only Twin Flame is texting here, and a couple of people is behind curtains still. No worry. See you next time. Bye.